Explorers, I have something super important to tell you. What are you waiting for? Come on! Explorers, do you know what an activist is? Is it someone who exercises a lot and is really active? An activist is someone who sees something wrong in their community and works with others to try and change it. One of the greatest activists of all time was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He saw and experienced the unfair treatment of people based on the color of their skin. So he dedicated his life to becoming an activist and making sure that people's lives were better. In 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. gave a speech called "I Have a Dream," and it changed the lives of the 250,000 people who saw it forever. That's a lot of people who believed in the change he wanted. So many that it's even hard to imagine that many people in one place. I find that some really big numbers are easier to imagine if we think of them in different ways. How about this? If we tried to have this speech again, in order to hold all 250,000 people, we'd have to have a stadium twice the size of the largest stadium in the United States. Or what would it look like if we lined up all 250,000 people head to toe? If we did, they would stretch 270 miles. The fastest person in the world can run 27 miles per hour. If they sprinted the entire length of that line, it would take them nearly 10 hours to run the full length at top speed. Hamburgers, how about hamburgers? Who doesn't love hamburgers? If we had 250,000 hamburgers and stacked them on top of each other, that would reach over 16 miles in the sky. That's more than 30 times the height of the world's largest building, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Would it be called the Burger Khalifa? Oh, hey, good dog. On a good day, how many dogs do you think you might meet? 3? That's a really good dog day. If you were lucky enough to meet 3 dogs every single day, how long would it take you to meet 250,000 dogs? 228 years. And let's not even talk about that in dog years. But on that day in 1963, 250,000 people came together to stand up for equality in America. And all those people went back home and carried Dr. King's message of equality with them. If each of them just told 3 friends, then the message would reach 1 million people, just like that. These days, it's easier than ever to connect with people, and Dr. King's speech has been seen millions and millions of times. The message of equality and the fight against injustice is just as important today as it was then. Explorers, what can we do? We can lead by example and treat everybody with respect and kindness, no matter who they are or where they're from. And as Martin Luther King said in his speech, we cannot walk alone, and as we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead. Oh, wow. Explorers, activism means making a difference. How can you make a difference in your community? Don't be afraid. You can change the world.